Works. I'm Alice Kemper, and I'm going to be your tour guide right now to show you what is in the Sales Training Works lab. There are 5 components. There are the perfect months, leadership tips, toolbox resources, expert messages, and training deals. Right now, the office hours isn't up and running yet, but that's eventually going to be once a month free webinars. The main thing that everybody loves about the Sales Training Works is the perfect months. And that is your 52 weeks of done for you, no-brainer, high impact, high payoff sales training meetings. Everything under 32 minutes. So I'm going to take a look inside. So just to show you, there's month 1 through 12. There's really 36 months built out. There's 3 years built out right now. And of course, I'm working on year 4. The main thing is that to remember is there's no set order. Month 2 isn't driven by month 1. Month 3 isn't driven by doing month 1 or 2. So if you take a look and you look at all the topics in your year 1 and you say, oh, my salespeople really aren't doing well on on proposal writing, then you can jump to month 11 and do the proposal writing skill booster. Doesn't matter. But let me take you inside and show you what I've tried to do is save you tons of time and given you all of my big gun sales training that I've been doing for years, helping drive sales teams up 5 to 35%. And often when the sales managers do this in 10 weeks, they're seeing a tremendous difference. Everyone tells me they see a difference even after meeting 1. Salespeople are saying, can we have more meetings like this? Or they're finding that salespeople are using something from the meeting to make a difference on the next call. So I'm going to open month 1 for you. Month 1's collaborative problem solving, and this is what every month looks like. There is week 1, always starts with a 30-minute sales meeting. And then week 2 is a 10-minute sales huddle. You just can pull your people together. You can get them on the phone. Just do a little quick energizer, and there's usually some type of little challenge. The third one is amazing movie clips, and we'll take a closer look at that. But again, trying to change the flavor up for you so that all your meetings aren't same old, same old. This is not boring training. This is training sales reps want to go to. They learn something. It's highly interactive, and the movie clips you show a movie clip and lead a little discussion. And then it ends, the 4th week is also another 10-minute sales huddle energizer. There are tick boxes by the side so you can check them off and show that you've completed them and you can keep track. There's a drop down for each one. So week 1, 30-minute sales meeting. This gives you a little overview of what the collaborative problem solving is all about. There is a PDF for you to download. You can just open it and print it, or you can save it. But a lot of sales managers tell me they don't save it because they don't remember where they save anything. So it's nice to have the portal available at all times. Now, the 30 minutes, because they're 30 minutes, they're much more comprehensive, they're intensive. This one is 7 pages. I'm going to warn you, some of them might be 15 pages or 20 pages. Not to overwhelm you, because really they only still take 30 minutes. They don't take any more than 15 minutes of prep time. I've made it very simple for you and easy because you are time deprived. But each one has a little theme, what it's about, approximate prep time, materials you'll need, and I've included some success setup tips. And these are ones that we found as we facilitated, our test facilitators, and I always get comments back from sales managers who are using them, so we update them. Here's how the outlines is laid out. If you can read, talk, and tell time, you can do this. It's not try to cover this in this next 30 minutes. I've laid it all out minute by minute for you, telling you how much time in the opening. It's the large group. The next activity is 3 minutes, giving everybody the collaborative preparation worksheet and what to do with it. They do that individually. The next one, again, just 1 minute for them to make a challenge decision, and then 3 minutes for you to introduce the activity, and then boom, have everybody do the activity. So there's your outline. Again, if you can read, talk, and tell time all at the same time, you're going to have a home run sales meeting. There's always a debrief activity, and then there's a success achievement plan worksheet, which is accountability. I don't want them just to have a meeting and not be thinking how they're going to be using this information. A lot of the topics, I've added another little extra piece. What can you do to reinforce the message? And I've given you some ideas on how to do that. Then some suggestions of which ones might piggyback off of that one that you might want to do. Here are the worksheets, the collaborative problem prep worksheet. You just print it out and hand it to the reps, and the success achievement plan also. And basically we ask, some questions about what was learned in it, what they gained from it, but then basically what actions step will I take to increase my success this week and the resources I'm going to need. We want some accountability built in. So that's the 30 minutes. Now let me take you through a 10-minute sales huddle energizer. Again, drop down. Let me pull this back up. You drop down, it gives you it is the exact same sheet that you're going to print out. This is the energizer. This is an overview of it, and then exactly what you're going to do. And again, there's a PDF. You open the PDF, you print it out, and that's what you have in front of you. So 5 minutes to sales call success, one of my favorites. And it gives you a little overview, but basically what this little 5 minute is, you pull the team together and you say, here's the challenge for the week. Before you get out of the car, before you pick up the phone, you have to answer these 5 questions to yourself. What's the objective of this customer contact? What do I already know? What do I need to know? What questions am I going to ask to learn what I need to know? And how will I know I achieve my objective? They just take a few minutes before every call, and they are going to have a much more efficient and effective call. And then you, at the end of the day or the end of the week, but your role is to talk about it. What did they learn? How did it help? You can bring everybody back together, or each time you talk to your salespeople, you can ask them individually. So that's an example of a 5-10 minute sales huddle energizer. The movie clips. Seeing some of my personal stuff. Okay, the movie clips. Amazing, motivating movie clip. Here's the overview of it, what movie it's from. I always tell you how many minutes. This is a 5-minute movie. There's the URL to go to. All the movies are on YouTube. And then I have 2 discussion questions for you to just select one. You can use both. Sometimes they're different. Sometimes they're a variation of the same question. Or you can come up with your own debrief question. And this that's what the movie is. So they're fun and they're cool, and they lead to interesting discussions. And then the week 4, this one is resurrecting the stalled deal. And again, here is the energizer, the overview of it. Here's exactly what you do in it. And here is the PDF that goes along with it. And, resurrecting the stalled deal. Certainly, if we do something about how to resurrect the stalled deal and give them an example of what to do and ideas of what to do, it will certainly help us get, everybody's got resurrected deals in the pipeline, and we need to move them along, or we need to give them to another rep, or, we need to move on. I find salespeople tend to hang out in their stalled, with the stalled deals, but also don't exactly know what to do. So that helps them do that. So it's these 52 weeks is every single thing that your sales reps could possibly need to be the best sales reps. Now that's what's inside the main point. Just going to take real quick, show you leadership tips. You need some information. Why should you go scouring the internet? Here you go. I've got 8 topics. I'm going to just open coaching and show you under coaching. I think there are 20 tips under coaching. Their call, not yours. Or I just saw their call, not yours. I mean, too many sales managers go out in the field and they take over the call. So this is a tip on what to do, on how not to take over the call. Why people buy, good information for you, and then that's something you can transfer over to your reps as well. So a lot of leadership tips, as well as tips for you to be giving to your sales reps each week. And as you notice, you're in my community, you are getting a tip a week. So these tips, there's over 101 tips in there, and I still have more to add because I write you a tip every week. Toolbox resources. These are PDFs. I'm in a consortium of 35 sales experts. We're all listed in the top 50 sales experts in the world. We're listed in the top 100 influencers in the sales arena. And so these aren't all mine. I've got Alice Hyman in here, Nancy Blakey, Janice Mars, Lisa Magnuson, Julie Hansen, who wrote Sales Presentations for Dummies, and just simple things. I'll just open one of them to show you my 68 most swipe-worthy responses to the 6 most common objections. So I did a little overview of objections and how to bust them, and a real simple technique to do that. And then I've also included when they say budget, it's more than I thought. And here our trick is don't have an answer, have a question. That's our recommendation on how to respond to objections. So here are 5 questions that they could swipe and use when they hear it's more money than I thought. Another budget is it costs too much. Here's 5 different swipes for that. It's more than I was expecting. Here's 5 different swipes for that. So basically, you've got that's a cool one. Others are just one-pagers, and like my Sales Manner checklist. This is something to ask yourself these 10 questions every week. And if you haven't, it depends on what your answers. It gives you an idea of what you should do, next week to build a better sales team. All right, so that's all that. And then expert messages, that's a lot like a podcast. And I've been interviewed. I've got my interviews. I interviewed Jennifer Leakey on assessments because she's the queen on that. Alice Hyman does really great with trade shows. So there are a lot of expert messages. And then some training deals. And the training deals, right now we do our genuine sales training, our genuine coaching. We do it live on site, plus we do virtual training as well. And there's some discounts for you. And we also coach salespeople and sales managers, so that's our sales advice. Got to keep this short for you. That's what's inside the hood. I am a phone call or an email away if you want more information. But for the stupid, ridiculously low price that I am offering this, you are getting years worth of my best sales training that has worked to drive sales up 5 to 35%. I've trained over 66,000 salespeople in 30 different business categories, and it works. That's why it's Sales Training Works. So buy it, go out, enjoy it. You get a 120-day money-back guarantee. You have 3 months to use it. If you don't like it and your reps don't use it, send me an email, no questions asked, you get your money back. But your coffee and donuts are going to cost you more for the year than what I'm charging you, what the investment for this is for you to build a quota-busting sales team. So with that, good luck, go buy it, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side.